Hey, do you love a good story? Great. Then you got to check out the #Storytime podcast. Each episode brings you the craziest, creepiest, and cringiest stories from YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, and beyond.
My story is about the time that I was broken up with at the 9/11 memorial twice.
Look, the internet is a dumpster full of stories, and I, your host, Will McFadden, dive in headfirst, sift through the flaming trash, and bring you nothing but treasures. Listen to all 21 episodes of #Storytime now on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yay Networks.
Welcome to Logically Irrational with my parents, Ty Strickland and Melissa Rycroft. He's a little logical.
Until I start gossiping.
And she's a little irrational.
You've got nothing.
But together, they make the perfect combo.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Logically Irrational.
Hello.
Hello, Ty.
What's happening?
You sound really loud.
Do I?
Is it me?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Could be my mic.
Well, I have really good news for everyone.
Really?
I am feeling much better. I know everyone was really concerned with whether I was dying last week. Mesothelioma.
I bet they were.
Asbestos. I'm feeling better. However, the buzzing in my ears hasn't gone away yet. And only when I open my mouth to yawn, or if I bend over and go upside down.
I saw something on I think the Facebook page.
Oh, yes.
Were you going to talk about that?
Well, I've got, yes, because
Oh.
I think I need to go to an ear, nose,
ENT.
and throat.
Ear
Is that
and
what
throat,
it is?
yeah.
Yes. So she did that. She was having, hers was pain though. I don't have pain. I just hear things. And she went in and they found a live June bug
That's crazy.
in her ear.
How? I mean, how?
You hear
Just
about
how?
that stuff, little things
Well,
laying eggs.
There's
and-
also another stat where the average person swallows 7 spiders a year while they're sleeping or something like that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Something like that. I'll fact check that.
Please do, because that doesn't sound right at all. However, I will go and get my ear checked just to make sure I'm not growing a little colony in my ear, because it wouldn't shock me with the wildlife that we have around here that I'm not just growing my own zoo in my ear canal. I also, Ty, have really good news for you.
Yes.
Are you fact checking?
No, I'm listening. Listen.
I got an email from an attorney of a family member that I have in Africa who apparently
Gosh.
died
What are you talking about?
and has left me $5 million.
What? Why did you bring that up?
Because I got it this morning. And
Oh,
I'm
you really
like,
did?
yes.
Thought this was a joke.
No, not a joke. And I went,
Did you mail them back?
Well, I'm tempted to be like, what info do you need?
Yeah.
It'd be kind of fun to see how long we could string this along.
Except for maybe as soon as you respond, they have access to all of your things. Like that's their spyware or hacking.
How do you know I don't have
Bullcrap.
a relative in Africa that died
Well-
and left me $5 million, excuse me.
Is it 5?
5. Yeah, it's a lot.
What did you do with $5 million?
I don't know. However, speaking of you said the link spam. So we got Ava a phone, and this is new. A week now, maybe?
I think, right at a week.
And I have every tracking thing on it. I am monitoring everything. Literally, if it's on her phone, it's on my phone, and I can see what's happening. And the other day, she left her phone. She doesn't take it to school because she doesn't need it. She left it here, but her text message went off at noon. And I went, well, why is somebody texting her at noon? Everybody's in school with her.
They don't take phones to school.
Some of her friends
Do
do.
they?
Once the bell rings after school, when they're either on the bus, they all text each other. Or Ava did have it the other day, and while she was waiting for me in pickup line, she was texting
Mhm.
people. But normally, she has no need for it. What was I saying? Oh, and so I go look at her phone, and it was one of those spam emails, and it said, "I've sent you nudes. Click on the link to check them out." And I went, "Oh!" From an email address. It was a text from an email, and it was sent to 20 other random email addresses that we didn't know. I don't understand how.
So you clicked on it, right?
I sent it to my attorney
Okay,
in Africa,
gotcha.
and he's gonna verify it all for me.
Good thinking.
I don't understand though. I've monitored everything. She hasn't gone to any websites. She hasn't downloaded anything. And I'm like, how in the world?
Yeah, no, I think that's just a phone thing. Like, I get that stuff.
I don't know how do you block that? And so, of course, I have to have this conversation with her of do not ever open a link. And if it's something like this, you need to show me and tell me.
The way that you have her phone set up
Yeah.
is genius. I mean, it is, she can't go to any website that she shouldn't go to.
Yeah.
She can't do anything after 9
It
o'clock.
shuts off after 9.
Yeah, I mean, it's really smart the way that they do that. But I bet you there's a way that you can prevent like numbers that aren't local from texting her or
it's
something like that.
an email. I don't know how you, but see, I don't want to block non-contacts because she's always making new,
Right.
like getting new numbers and stuff. Anyway, it's this whole new flipping world, and I'm not excited about entering it, even as slowly as we are trying to. I have a request for you, really quick.
For me?
And I should have warned you ahead of time because I have a feeling I'm going to ask you this, and you're going to go, I have no idea,
Yeah.
because your fantasy football segment last time was riveting.
Well, I'm not the fantasy. Yeah, you're right. It was terrible. But I'm not. I never claimed to be the fantasy football
Well,
guy.
Heidi has a follow-up fantasy football question for you.
Oh boy.
Very specific. She said, should I take Mac Jones in the first 3 rounds
No.
of the draft? Oh,
No.
Boy, Heidi, that was a
yeah,
quick
no. You should not take Mac Jones.
Why?
Okay, so it would depend on her league, but there are 32 teams in the NFL. Mac Jones is a rookie quarterback. He won the national championship at Alabama.
That's a cool name.
Last year.
Mac
Jones. Reminds me of my best friend Clay. His little
Mac.
boy's name's Mac. Anyway, there are 32 teams in the NFL, so you have 32 quarterbacks to choose from. Rookie quarterbacks do very rarely do well. As a matter of fact, there has been, maybe 2 rookie quarterbacks that played well that had decent numbers. So I would pick, there's usually 12 teams in a league, in a fantasy football league. There are at least 20 to 25 quarterbacks that are going to be better than Mac Jones. Now, if you wanted to put him on the bench as like a flyer, I would consider that, and don't start him the first week. See how he does first.
I have no clue what language you're speaking. I'm sure fantasy football people do. Flyers.
Well, yeah, I mean, just
fine.
taking a flyer, I just meant a risk.
Yeah.
And have him on, if you think he's going to be good, put him on your bench, wait 2 weeks and see how he does. Because I don't think New England's going to be that good, first of all. You could get way better value out of a dozen quarterbacks in the league.
So there you go, Heidi. Now, that advice was given from somebody who 2 minutes ago did just admit that he doesn't do a lot of fantasy football.
Well, but I know football, though. I don't know, like, I thought it was going to be, should I pick Christian McCaffrey or Derrick Henry? And I would say...
Derrick Henry.
No, I would say Christian
I have no
McCaffrey. But okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I know the answer to that one.
Okay.
And that answer is correct.
Okay. I have, this is going to sound really random, but I saw this the other day and I went, well, that's kind of interesting. So a discussion, not argument, but Ty and I always have this because where do you keep your ketchup?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, it's in the fridge because you put it there.
No, you have your own ketchup.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
I hate cold ketchup. I hate it.
It's the weirdest
It is
thing.
the worst. I hate cold ketchup.
So, wow, you are really passionate.
It's one of maybe my biggest pet peeves is cold ketchup. And I grew up with my mom putting the ketchup in the fridge.
Because it goes in the fridge. It's
No.
a tomato product.
I'm not going to say that it's good for you to keep it out. I don't know. But I know when I go to the restaurants or to Whataburger, it's not cold.
Well, in this article, and this was from national chefs around the country, 13 items that you should never put in the fridge. Guess what was number 1?
Ketchup.
Flippin' ketchup.
No way.
Flippin' ketchup.
Why?
Well, there was a lot of reasons, but basically the flavors tend to change when
It certainly
refrigerated,
does.
and it does not go bad by staying out
See, I don't know how that is because it says on the bottle
to refrigerate after opening.
Yeah.
Well, okay, there's a few of them that I like. So this also on the list, mozzarella cheese. Why in the world would
I
you
don't
not
know.
put mozzarella cheese in? It says it loosens the flavors and textures.
You know, whenever you get it out of the fridge and then it's like all it gets separated
Oh,
and you have like the watery stuff and then it's just gross. Don't do it. It's gross.
well, and also with mozzarella cheese, and this is good for me to know for my charcuterie, it's a triple cream cheese. Anything with a brine on it, like brie,
Mhm.
is not supposed to be refrigerated.
Mozzarella doesn't have a brine. does it?
No, but I was saying going along
Oh,
with
okay.
cheese.
So the string cheese that the kids eat,
Yes.
isn't that mozzarella?
That's mozzarella. And it's in the cold aisle at the grocery store.
And at the gym.
In the cold aisle?
Mhm.
I mean, I've never seen cheese in the pantry section. Mayo? Gross.
Yeah, that seems like it should be refrigerated.
Right.
Would that mean like ranch dressing?
I have no
No.
idea.
That's not on there.
Pico de gallo. It says barbecue sauce. I keep our barbecue sauce in the fridge.
You do? Oh, I would think
but
that would be pantry.
I warm it up when I put it on your food.
Yeah, you better.
So that you don't have to eat cold condiments.
You better.
And then this one, which I completely disagree with, they said butter. There's no way that you can just leave butter
Yeah, I think.
out.
Yeah, I don't have butter's okay to be cold.
Yeah,
I would think it would go bad, wouldn't it?
that's what I'm saying. We would,
Maybe you're not supposed to buy gallons of it like Americans do.
well, when we were doing keto, I would get ghee. Have you heard of ghee?
Mhm.
And that you
It's high
can leave
fat.
out. Yes. Because I don't know. I just thought that was really interesting. I've been wrong
How did we lead to that conversation?
because I found it online and wanted to.
Just random?
Yeah.
Well, I agree with everything
Now,
you just said.
I am still going to keep the ketchup in the fridge just because I'll never find it if I leave it in our pantry. And I don't even know where I would classify it in our pantry.
It doesn't, as long as I know where it is. Because you know what I'm doing now? I didn't know that I had ketchup in the pantry.
Yeah, you do.
So
We keep ketchup
Yeah,
packets
yeah,
and
we
you have a
keep-
drawer.
Yes, and I have a drawer and I just use those. But I don't like those little packets either.
Oh, he's so high maintenance.
I
If
kind
I,
of am.
heaven forbid, I go to McDonald's and keep those ketchup. You
Yeah.
need the Whataburger that
Yeah,
you peel
the
open.
Whataburger ones, those are good. Or
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, the Whataburger's the best. Or Raising Cane's, they have the big ones too.
I don't think I've seen a Raising Cane's.
It's the Heinz, but it's the big packet.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think there's 3 little packets in the big packet.
You know my other issue with ketchup? You know
What?
there's 2 ways to spell it.
Oh, catsup.
Catsup.
Catsup. Yeah,
I don't get that.
I think that's wrong.
It is wrong. That's not
Yeah, it's
ketchup.
wrong.
All right. Well, that's it. We are going to jump right into Reality Roundup. I have some good recommendations this week, y'all. I have some fun trailers.
Is the show that we watched 2 nights ago on there?
It might be.
Awesome, 'cause
Hold your
it's
horses
great.
there, Strickland.
Just asking.
Where else are we? Oh, there's more Dancing with the Stars news. We'll break into that. We will do the parenting fails that we did not get to last week. We had some disappointed people. My bad. And then we are going to do game time. And it's what we talked about last week. I want to see how well you can guess the professional sports theme music
Oh yeah.
to the league or
okay.
sport. I feel like we're very heavy sports based today because a lot of my reality is based around.
Well, I kind of had a
Sports.
tidbit that was a sports one too.
Okay.
If we have time, if not, then I'll save it for next week.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get going.
Reality Roundup.
Okay. So this first one, we were going to watch together. I showed the trailer. It was at night, I think. And I went, "Are you interested?" And I kind of got the, because we weren't really paying attention. And we ended up watching something else. And then I went back and watched this.
Is this the kids that have been
Yes.
gone? Yeah, I was into that. I think I said yes.
So it is called Monster in the Shadows. And it is on Peacock. And here, I'm going to play you the trailer really quick. And then we'll talk about it.
This is where it all started, where he opened the door and showed them how to become monsters.
It started out as a missing teenager.
I'm not able to find my daughter.
Is she dead? Is she kidnapped?
This was the last place Brittany Wood was ever seen or heard from. 2 days after Brittany disappeared, her uncle was found with a gunshot wound to his head.
And then the child abuse came out of the woodwork.
If you can't trust your family, who can you trust? Now, looking back, they would have been more safe at the crack house.
Maybe Brittany was one of the victims.
For all I know, he sold her because he needed money.
she was at risk of exposing this ring. This was the largest family sex abuse case in the history of the state of Alabama.
What she was protecting herself from was them.
I'm surprised anyone made it out alive.
You can't help but be affected by what that young lady went through.
Those kids are ruined for the rest of their lives.
I'd like to find my child. My goal has always been to find Brittany Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds terrible.
Mm-hmm. It was fascinating.
But you watched it, the whole thing?
Yes, I cheated. I watched the entire thing. I couldn't stop. It's only 3 episodes. They're about an hour long each. And I had never heard of this case. I feel like as big as it was, they say it's like the most heinous crime in horrific crime in Alabama.
I don't like stuff bad about kids.
Well, so the whole premise starts with the disappearance of this girl. She is 18, 19 years old at the time. Her name is Brittany Wood. And it just starts with her mom and family doing searches going, I want her to come home. I want her to come home. You heard a couple days later, her uncle commits suicide. His wife is the one that finds him. People now are putting pieces together going, it was the wife that killed him to cover up this. They basically uncover this whole family was completely incestual. It was a big sex trafficking ring. The mom of this missing daughter, Brittany, actually for a while got implicated into this ring that she had nothing to do with. And it is a fascinating story. It's one that I think, like, if you saw it in the movies, you'd be like, this is stupid. There's no way. There's no way all of this keeps happening. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And they actually have one of the detectives, and he flat out lies on the interview. He talks about Brittany Wood's mom. Her name is Chessie. And he was like, oh, no, she admitted to us that she was having relations with Brittany's uncle. And in the interrogation room, Chessie is very clearly going, I don't know where you're getting this from. I mean, so they're showing video and having him interviewed, and it completely contradicts.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So anyway, Monster in the Shadows on Peacock. Highly suggest it. This next one, I actually think, Ty, that you would.
You watched another one without me?
This was a podcast. This one is a podcast. And it's a 2-for-1, if you will. The first season is called Crushed, the Crushed podcast. And it led me to season 2, which is basically the same podcast, but it's renamed False Idols. And so you can either search Crushed or False Idols, and it takes you to the same link. But you want to listen to this trailer too?
Sure.
Because I think you'll like it.
Okay.
It was 1998, and one of baseball's most sacred records was about to fall.
Well, it's the sexiest record in sports. I mean, there's nothing harder to do than hit a home run.
I watched the home run race as a 10-year-old in St. Louis, where Mark McGwire was a baseball god.
For our generation, you are Babe Ruth.
Well, thank you.
But we had no idea what we were really falling for. It was right in front of our faces. Baseball was juiced, and fans everywhere had placed their faith in a major league lie. Even today, the sport still hasn't reckoned with its biggest cover-up.
Now, Mr. McGuire, would you like to comment on that? Are you taking the fifth?
There's a great saying in baseball. It's probably said in every clubhouse every day. You're not cheating, you're not trying.
There's nothing immoral about getting an advantage over your opponents. That's what athletes do. That's what sports is about.
You know, he wants to blame me. It's not my fault that he used steroids and cheated.
You can justify it. You got a big house, you got a car, you got millions of dollars. But in the middle of the night, was it me or was it the steroid?
This is a story about the legacy of a scandal.
I'm in on that. I followed that big time when I was in.
And it's one of those I wouldn't normally feel like I'd be into. I gave it a shot because it does interest me. I mean, I was big into baseball at the time of Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, like all of that. And I started listening, and she does it in such a great way. She actually interviews other former baseball players that did steroids, how it started, the journalist that uncovered the whole story, how he literally just found Andro. What is it?
Androstein?
Yeah, Andro.
Yeah.
Is the short term. He found it in Mark McGuire's locker. And that's what led to him doing some research and finding out. It's really fascinating. It's really what?
Oh, I was going to say, I'm totally into that.
However, I accidentally found it because the podcast False Idols, IDOLS, pulled up on my things you might be interested in. And it's about Oscar Pistorius.
Oh, yeah.
Now, not about what he's most unfortunately known for now, which is killing Reva Steenkamp. But it's about how he was so controversial from the start of his career, of the fact that he has two blades. He made himself taller, giving himself advantages and stuff. So it delved in behind the scenes of that, which I found completely interesting. And so I finished that show, and then I saw, there's a season 1, which is this Mark McGuire story.
I'd like to listen to both of them.
So yes, I'm in on those.
Me too.
False Idols / Crushed.
Okay.
On podcasts.
Okay, I'm down.
All right, and here's the one that Ty wanted to talk about, the documentary that we accidentally kind of came across the other night.
Yeah, it was just one of those new on Netflix.
Yeah, it is Untold: Crime and Punishment on Netflix. Yeah, you know how you turn Netflix on and whatever it's on, it just starts playing the trailer?
Mm-hmm.
It did that, and we both went, oh.
I could do this.
Oh.
It has like the documentary feel that you like.
Yeah.
And it was about sports, which I like. And I like the documentary stuff too, but it's just absolutely bizarre. And
I have that trailer. Is that too much? Or you want to hear that trailer?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
A gentleman by the name of Jimmy Galante bought his 17-year-old son his own hockey team.
I'm the president of the Danbury Trashers, and I'm 17 years old.
This was the largest investigation I've ever been a part of.
Jimmy was the real Tony Soprano.
We were the bad boys of hockey, a freak mix of pro wrestling and the Mighty Ducks.
I made it very clear, if you do something to embarrass this league, you're going to be dealt with.
It was a gangster mentality. Every player was getting paid under the table. I'm supposed to say that or no?
It was a show. I didn't have to be a rocket scientist to assume that something bad was going to happen.
I mean, you've got to watch this, people. It is unbelievable.
It's another one that if it was not a true story, you're going, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way this thug of a 17-year-old gets.
Well, I don't even think, he's a thug too, but his dad is a mob boss. And
was he known to, or was it like?
Well, because he was in and out of prison for, they never said, yes, he was connected to the mob, but he went to prison several times. He's in waste management.
He was paying these hockey players like tens of thousands of dollars in cash, like in bags, duffel bags. It's what you hear about in the movies.
Literally under the table. Yeah.
But you're like, there's no way.
And the guys were taking them because they're not making a lot of money. It's like a farm league hockey team. It's not like an NHL league or whatever.
It was the second highest.
Yeah, I guess.
There was, remember the year that NHL, was it a strike that they shut down?
Yes.
And they actually got a professional hockey player from the NHL that had just won the Stanley Cup to play for their league because
they needed somebody to score.
Well, no, but the player wasn't doing anything. He's like, I'm not playing, so I'll go play on your league.
But they're all a bunch of goons. Like they just like he would call the dad would call someone on the bench. They would give them the phone and he would say,
well, there's actually footage of these guys sitting on the bench in outfits, picking up a phone and
the dad's like, go fight that guy as soon as they out. And like they're like, okay, let's do it. And throw their gloves down and just get after it. It's unbelievable. The kid, whenever he was like 9 or 6 or whatever, had WWE stars at his birthday party.
They have video of The Rock and China and
it's unbelievable. And the kid, when he was in high school, he was a junior in high school. He got hurt playing hockey. And he was told he was never going to be able to play hockey again. So his dad felt sorry for him and knew how much he loved hockey. So he went and bought him a hockey team.
Here's the next best thing.
Yeah, like if you're never going to be able to play again, And the kid did a great job. I mean, they went to the championship.
He got a good team together, but
But he was able to get players because he was paying them under the table.
Right.
I mean, it's like you just can't believe it.
You have to go watch it.
I mean, they're a bunch of thugs. They are like the dad punches out one of the refs at the game and knocks him out. Went to jail for it.
Yeah.
You don't hit a ref.
Yeah,
He went from his box down to the ice to punch a ref.
When you are part of the mob, you can do what you want.
I guess so. Very entertaining.
So anyway, that is called Untold Crime and Penalties. I think I said Crime and Punishment. It's not the novel. It is Untold Crime and Penalties on Netflix. And then lastly, finishing up the reality roundup is what I hate about news coming out weekly is like last week when we talked about Dancing with the Stars, literally as our episode came out, they announced 2 of the contestants on Dancing. Suni Lee, which I feel like I should say I was right about because I said Olympian.
Yeah.
I went with Michaela, but I was in the right field.
What did I say? I said the other girl, Vega or something. What was her name?
Vega?
What was the girl's name that wasn't supposed to be there? But
Oh, Jade.
Jade
McCurry. Anyway, so Sunisa Lee is going to compete. She's going to rock it just like her fellow. You've got Simone Biles who competed, Nastia Lukin, and obviously Shawn Johnson. And they've all dominated because that's what they do. Also 100% confirmed is JoJo Siwa.
yeah. Who's dancing with a girl, right?
Right. I would say it's controversial for a lot of reasons. One, people are not happy with the fact that she's a professional dancer. Like
She is. I thought she was a professional YouTuber.
she came onto the scene from a show called Dance Moms, right?
Oh, yeah.
Up until she was a
that's
preteen.
right.
Now she sings and dances on stage. She goes on tours. Like that's what she does. So people are like, okay, well, first of all, I mean, having background is one thing, but to be known like this is your job and your
Right.
profession doesn't seem fair. Second, we won't get into the controversy part of it, but people are upset that it's the first same-sex dancing couple. It's rumored, and I'm pretty sure to believe it, that she's going to be with Jenna Johnson, who just won with Adam Rapone. Is that how you say his name? And she's great. People are going to be mad if this decision was never made, that they aren't being inclusive enough, and people are mad that the decision was made. But we'll see. I mean, there's people saying, I'm never going to watch the show again. Here's what's funny though. So the day that they announced Suni and JoJo, Dancing with the Stars officially came out with their first promo of the season. And of course it's all Tyra Banks. And she's looking into a fortune teller globe, whatever. And
Crystal ball.
Thank you. I can't
fortune
talk today.
teller
What is
globe.
going on with me?
Or a fortune teller globe.
And I guess so much backlash on that. People are still majority anti-Tyra. And when it's a dancing promo, they wanted to see dancers. Literally 24 hours later, that promo is gone. They took it down. They took it off. It's not anywhere on social media. So I don't know. We'll see. And here are the last few people that are 99% confirmed. They've been seen going into practices.
Yeah, I guess that would do it.
Olivia Jade, Aunt Becky's daughter.
Yeah, I heard that one. And she's going to be with Val.
I think Aunt Becky would have been a better cast, to be honest.
Well, yeah, she's a bigger celebrity.
I just think coming out of that controversy, she's the one I want other than the YouTube daughter.
I bet you that she's good, though.
I was listening to the radio this morning and they were making fun of her going, I'll bet she sings to like Row, Row, Row Your Boat or Smooth
funny.
Sailing.
For rowing. That's
Amanda Klutz, have you heard this one?
Yeah, that's another one that's going to be controversial.
So she, if you don't know, she is a Broadway star. And so people are saying it's also not fair she is on because she is a professional singer, dancer, performer for a living. If you don't know her, her husband was Nick Cordero. He was also a famous Broadway star, and he passed away from COVID-19. She now works on The Talk. So
You know who I feel sorry for is the old guy that gets cast on the show this year, or the person that's
Right.
like just going to get smoked every week.
they're definitely skewing younger. I mean, Suni Lee, 18. JoJo Siwa is 19. Olivia Jade, 22. Amanda Klutz, I think, is early 30s. They've cast Kenya Moore from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Matt James from The Bachelor.
Okay.
He's the only guy that I know right now. I'm going, surely these men's names have to start peeling out. But I think they should have taken a break from Bachelor people, because we've had 2 back-to-back seasons of Bachelor winners. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think that he's going to win, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about, like, it's a cast. It's literally like they're all 35 and under, when the audience for Dancing with the Stars is literally the 35 and up crowd.
Well, I mean, that's why they're trying to fix that.
They are trying to. It's just, I feel like you have to like sprinkle it in, not change it all at once.
All at once.
But
yeah, like my parents would have been like, I don't know anyone.
I have no idea who any of these people are. Right. So we'll see. Official announcement is going to be on, I believe it's Monday. Maybe not Monday, but September 8th, whatever date that is. And, then we'll know for sure. Whatevs. All right. Parenting fails and then game time, or you want to do game time and then parenting fails?
It's up to you.
Oh, man.
Parenting fail.
So years ago, when my kids were little, I was on the PTC board. One day, as I sat in a board meeting, I heard my name called over the school intercom, telling me to report to the cafeteria immediately. Needless to say, I ran there thinking there was an accident with one of my kids. But nope, just my daughter standing there crying and showing me 2 pieces of bread, saying, "What kind of sandwich is this?" I had totally forgot to put in the peanut butter and jelly. Oops.
It's funny that she must have been doing something else at the time. Like, it's not that big of a deal to the kid. It's one day you still have bread. But it's funny that she has no clue that she was doing 15 things at the same time and just forgot.
Being the one that makes lunches in the morning, it's the worst part of the morning to me.
You don't like that?
No. Packing the lunch, making sure I have everything. Is it something he's going to eat? Do I have enough snacks? You remember a year or 2 ago, I got in trouble at Case in school because they said I didn't have, like, I had powdered donuts and I had a Go-Gurt.
Oh, yeah, and you didn't.
And I had cheese, and they were like, "Well, where's his lunch?" And I went, "Oh, well."
That was it?
Okay. Well, you know what? I was actually going to stop at McDonald's today and
it's even better.
Bring him
McDonald's.
some food. Anyway, girl, I feel you. I hate making lunches.
Hi, Melissa and Ty. I have a parent fail school edition for you. My daughter, who is now 12, when she was in preschool, she would take the bus home and it would drop her off right outside our house. One day, I got distracted. I was watching TV and I completely forgot to go outside and wait for the bus. The bus came and waited about a minute and then left. 5 to 10 minutes later, I realized I forgot to get her off the bus. I called the school, completely freaked out. The bus came back an hour later and dropped her off. Thankfully, my 3 or 4-year-old was completely fine on the bus. It was me that was bawling my eyes out.
I thought that she was saying that the kid was 12. I was like, well, why didn't the kid get off? But she was 3 or 4. It was like a pre-K.
4-year-old.
They had no idea. They're just
probably like, this is a long bus ride today.
It's a long time to get home.
Interesting. All right.
That stinks. I would have gone and found the bus or something.
I know. Found the route.
Yeah. That would have been tough, though.
Last year, on the first day of school, we all overslept. My boys were in preschool and 2nd grade, and they're on 2 different campuses. My husband took one, and I took the other. They were 10 minutes late. No cute first day of school pictures, just yelling and screaming to get everyone out the door. I went home and cried all day how we started off the school year. It made us laugh this year, but the mom guilt was real then. I think I set 10 alarms this year on the first day of school to make sure we all got up and got to school on time.
The alarm does go off really early.
Yeah, I read something. This just reminded me what she said. I don't want to make her feel bad, but I read something about how it was saying, like, don't yell and gripe and scream at your kids before they go to bed and in the morning before they go to school, because it sticks with them. And that's the last thing that
It starts your day off.
Yeah, right. And I was like, yeah, that's.
I hate yelling in the morning.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's necessary.
Especially with Ava. She's just so slow in the morning.
You know
She's
what,
always, come on, sweetie, come on.
This year, she has to get up and get ready on her own because I'm dropping Beckett off at school.
Right.
She starts 45 minutes after him. And so we're literally on my way out the door. I go wake her up and I'm like, pack your bag, make your lunch, your clothes are down there, get dressed. And she's done it. I mean, granted, it's been 3 weeks, but every time I come home, she's ready and we have 20 minutes to kind of hang out before we go. So I will give her credit. She is slow. However,
she's doing all right.
She's doing it.
Hey, Melissa and Ty, I have a parent fail for you. My youngest daughter, Abby, wanted to ride the bus with her brother on her first day of kindergarten. So I let her. Jack walked her to her class. Everything seemed good until that afternoon when she got home, and she was so sad because everybody in her class had their parents there taking pictures and looking at all this cool stuff in their classroom. And poor Abby didn't have anybody. I felt horrible. She's 21 now. Until this day, my kids still make fun of me about that day. Thanks so much.
Isn't it funny how kids love that stuff? Do you want to come see all the art crafts I've made? Like, yes.
They want you to compliment them.
Yes, I do.
They're very proud.
Okay, I got one more.
When you're out to lunch with your husband and your daughter calls you saying, Mom, it's early out, and you look at your watch and it's 20 minutes past early out time, and you're a good 30 minutes from the school.
Oops.
Early release will get you. We have a mom chain. Like every time there's early release, we text and go, reminder, pick up 11:55. One of our good friends last year, she knew it was early pickup, but I think it was like 11:45, random time, like not the normal pickup time. And she lives close enough to the school that she walks when she can, or she's arrived. So her kids change between walk and car pickup every day. Well, at noon, she was getting ready to go pick up the kids, and she gets a call from the school, and they were like, hey, how are you going to pick the kids up today?
Just wondering if you were close.
And she starts going, oh, well, it's nice outside, so I think I'm going to walk. And they go, no, school got out 15 minutes ago, and your kids are still here. She was like,
oops,
I'm driving. I'll be there in 2 minutes. That's what started our mom chain right funny. There. Okay, that was it. Let's do, I guess, are you ready to take this challenge?
Of course.
You should get most of them. There's a few that I would be shocked if you did get.
Well, I know that I'll know all of them from some sport, but like being able to, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay,
let's do it.
It's game time.
Okay, we're gonna start off so easy.
Okay.
Like super duper. You're not even gonna be allowed to play if you can't get these first 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. The Olympics.
Okay. I was going to say, yeah, of course, but are you going to answer it? Or?
I didn't know if I need to wait till it's over. That one's easy. That's got to be the easiest.
It is. That's why we started with that one, because now this one, I mean, it says it in it for you.
For Sunday night. Yeah.
It's a great song,
is this
though.
Carrie Underwood still singing it?
I just want to listen to it for a second. It's fun.
Yeah, it gets in your head, too.
How much did she get paid for this?
I don't know. Probably a bunch.
Okay, 2 for 2.
Yep.
I expected those 2. I expect this one.
Okay, so this is, you expect this one?
Yep.
This is NFL Sunday, but it's NBC, or is it Fox? I'm going to say this is Fox.
If the fact that you actually know the station.
Well, that's why I was saying it was going to be confusing, because some of them are, that's not just NFL. That's Fox's NFL song, because NBC has the one that we walked out of our wedding to, I believe. Am I wrong on that?
Well, I have it's MLB,
What?
this song.
Okay. That might just be NBC Sports.
Really? When you Google Major League Baseball theme, this came up.
I might be wrong. See, this is harder than we thought.
Well, because you know the song. I mean, make sure ask Siri. It could be completely wrong, but it was what pulled up with Major League Baseball. Hold on. We just had a conversation when we muted. And what did you just say?
I guess I'm just wrong.
So the NFL, I didn't put it on here, but it's right. So this, I was right. This is the Major League Baseball theme song. All right, you got the easiest ones wrong. One of them. What's that? Is that what you think of?
That's NFL on CBS.
That's NFL?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's different though than the one that we just,
Major League.
Yeah. Okay.
They're two different sports. Yeah.
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 It's not. I thought it's not just
you thought it was the
CBS.
same. Yeah.
Like they do that for their sports. No. Okay.
All right. Redeem yourself. You'll do it with this one.
Oh, College Game Day. This is great. Yeah.
It's your theme song, everyone.
Does it say who sings this? I mean, it's Big and Rich, but then it's Cowboy Troy.
Yeah.
And there's a girl on there too.
I have no idea who the girl is.
Yeah, I don't either.
Another catchy one, you know?
Yeah, that's great. That gets me so excited.
They should sell these songs like jock jams back in the day. All right.
I don't know.
It's not one you watch a lot.
Sports.
It's a professional league.
Oh, it's golf. No?
Mm-mm.
What was it?
NHL.
NHL.
I didn't think you would.
Yeah.
We don't watch a lot of hockey.
Hacky.
Here we go.
That's golf.
No.
This is harder than I would think. Is this CBS?
It's not a channel.
Oh. What is it?
NBA.
I should have gotten that one.
Okay, now since you've really
Yeah, I mean, I'm
wanted golf.
I don't know if I would have gotten that.
No? PGA.
Okay. There's one that you haven't done yet that has to be on there.
What?
Monday Night Football.
No, I didn't do Monday Night Football.
Oh.
I did Sunday Night Football. I didn't want to do Sunday Night Football, Monday night, the NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, this one, there's no way. There's no way. I will give you my $5 million African inheritance if you
pressure's on.
can get this right.
Boy.
It's a good one. I like it.
It's vaguely familiar.
Is it? It's brand new to 2021.
I don't know.
It's a catchy song, though, isn't
Yeah.
it? Major League Soccer.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's not familiar at all.
You did so well.
I
Proud of you.
don't want to talk about it.
I do agree with you. Hearing things sometimes, it's like, you know, when you play Wheel of Fortune at home, Jeopardy, and you're like,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
so
awesome.
good at this.
Yeah.
And then you go play it in person and you're like, whoa.
Maybe not. Maybe
Right.
not so good.
No, I still think you're good. Okay, that's it today.
All right.
That was all. Everybody
Sorry
make
for
sure.
the letdown.
Well, we'll see what Heidi thinks here in a few months, weeks probably, about Mac
Jones.
Mac Jones.
There you go.
Everybody, make sure that you go to our Facebook page, the Logically Irrational fan page, where you can leave your listener requests and join the conversation. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the podcast, leave a rating, leave a review. And of course, we will see you next week. Same time, same place.
Over and out.
You might have noticed a change in your neighborhood lately. Yep, Sprint stores are now T-Mobile stores. Now that Sprint is T-Mobile, you get more coverage, value, and benefits than ever before. We've invested billions to bring our 5G from big cities to small towns across America. And great coverage is just the start. From high-speed mobile hotspot data to weekly deals and giveaways, our customers get tons of great benefits. Head to your new T-Mobile store to learn more.
Qualifying service and capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com.
When you get Xfinity Internet, Flex is included free, and finding what to watch on TV is now as easy as popcorn. This is a way better way to watch.
Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to get a great offer on internet and add Flex for free. Restrictions apply.
Support for this episode has been provided by George Washington's Mount Vernon. Offering 160 wide-open, wanderable acres, Mount Vernon invites you to connect with over 200 years of history. Far more than a mansion, the First President's Estate is home to 4 picturesque gardens and shaded woodland trails, even a cruise of the Potomac River. Visit mountvernon.org to learn more. To save 20% on tickets, use promo code OPEN.